Hello, this is my presentation for the Friday checkpoint for the Anki Club, and I'll be focusing today on the AI feature as well as the syncing. So, in terms of the AI feature, the AI feature I actually implemented multiple, but the main one was a card generation feature, which allows users to take either practice tests or textbook lessons and put them directly into my app, and then that will convert them into the flashcards. And basically, how I evaluated it with the evals is I took a different system. It's called TF-IDF, which basically finds the most frequent word, and then given like the questions or the text, I found the most frequent word with this algorithm, and then the flashcard was generated by uh, replacing the word with a blank, and then putting the blank as the most frequent word as the answer. So that's how it worked for the no AI version of flashcard generation. But for non TF-IDF API usage, I would just have I would have an OpenAI call just generate flashcards based on the specifications of the user, mostly with the lesson plans and the questions. And I'll I'll show you the evals. I'm not gonna do them because like you can do them yourself. Put in your API key. I'll show you the script. It's like it takes a while. That's why I'm not doing it. Is because it takes a while. So basically, run this script, and in your env, I'm not gonna show my env, but in this env, you're gonna basically just put your OpenAI API key in it, and I'll show you the results for the eval. Overall, they were pretty similar, but the data I used was pretty like it was based on test questions, and test questions are easier to turn into flashcards. So if it was based on a lesson, it would be harder. So the AI generator did better. The baseline also did pretty well. I use both depending on whether the user has AI or not. And the eval was basically just getting that getting an AI judge to judge how good the card generation is based on if the card actually teaches the concept well and if the card is correct in its information. And how I identify whether the card is useful or not is basically I put the concept as an input. So like there's different concepts for example, there's biochemistry and like all of its subsections. It'll take the context of that and then it'll judge whether it's useful or not, and also whether it's true or not. And the AI generator, as you can see, did better than the baseline by 4%. And either one is used depending on whether the user wants to put an AI API key or not. And I'll show you actually the desktop app first. So basically, we'll I'll show you like the getting started page just to understand what my fork does differently from Anki. So you can basically put your practice tests in there, and then it'll give you an evaluation uh, and predict your score. And also it'll have this other feature called NTR, which is needs to review per concept, which basically shows how much each concept needs to be reviewed. And then you can generate cards from a source, which could be like from a textbook and or like a practice test. And also there's AI settings where you can put in your API key if you want to. If you don't, then you don't have to put it in. Uh, I'll show you like the some of them take a long time, so I'll just show you this one. There you go. So as you can see, these are different cards, and each card will have obviously the front and the back, and it'll just this. I basically put in a raw textbook because I wanted to kind of stress test it. But what users would actually do is take little lessons and then put those in. So this is taken mostly from the front of the textbook, and as you can see, also here you can adjust how many cards you want. And another good thing is that it annotates based on the topic. So here are different topics, and these topics I'll show you later in the. Actually, I'll show you right now. I'll show you where the topics are shown. So okay, this is the MCAT prediction score. It's based on your performance in your flashcards as well as your practice tests. This is the memory recall, which is based mostly on your flashcards, but also a little bit of this per concept thing, which I was talking about earlier. See this. This is the concept thing I wanted to hone in on. Basically, this is my way of evaluating how users are doing in different concepts and what they need to prioritize. So in this case, they should probably prioritize 6B because it's the highest NTR needs to review score. So yeah, and we can learn a little bit. Oh, yeah, I'll study a little bit. And these are just reference. Actually, wait, this is just the dummy values because these are all just hard coded. I wanted to make it. I wanted to just get enough information so that the score would actually show up because if it's not enough, if it's not around maybe 200 cards reviewed, then it won't even show anything. So these are all just dummies. And I'll put these like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave. And also, as you can see here, these are the cards that we just generated. I'm gonna sync it. Yeah, I was thinking, okay, then I'm gonna check it from the phone. It's a little laggy on my emulator. And I think, as you can see, it's the exact same thing on the desktop and the phone. We can go ahead and we can look at one of the, let's go into this. It's a little laggy, sorry. As you can see, we had this like just literally just now. Oh, this taskbar's kind of in the way. It's quite a long emulator. Uh, let's see, how do we make the taskbar? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Show the answer. I guess that was easy. Nice. And yeah, we can, if you want, we can sync this back. Okay. And then we can go here. Yeah, it got synced. And that's about it for the Friday checkpoint.